Howdy folks, North Central MN Press here, coming at you live from Brainerd, Minnesota. We're at City Hall today. Oh, looks like we got a little snap crackers here left over. I just stepped on a couple, they popped on me. I'm gonna wait for a couple people to get in here. Oh, we got a lake already, excellent. Just to explain to the one or two people that are in here already. Hey Pinky, what's up bro? What's up? Thanks for joining us. I seen you in on Public Services Live earlier. It's crazy what's happening to him, huh? Wow. Having to go to court for somebody else's stuff. But anyways, I'm here at Brainerd City Hall. I'm here today to North Central from Riverview, Florida. Hey, Headbanger, thanks for joining us from Florida. Cool. I'm here today to notify the city administrator of crimes committed by Brainerd police officer Bryce Johnson, badge number 725 of the Brainerd Police Department, as well as internal affairs cover-up and records cover-up by the police department. The city administrator, Jennifer Bergman, is the responsible authority for public data in the city here. And so I'm going straight to her to see if she wants to get in on this conspiracy to deprive an individual of rights. The officer issued a citation in lieu of arrest without probable cause, is what the officer did, and then the police department covered it up. The officer modified the police report 2 days later and said that he saw the cell phone in my hand, which is impossible because the cell phone A wasn't in my hand. I was just activating a hands-free navigation system, which is allowed by the Minnesota statute, and B, he doesn't have x-ray vision. He can't see through my dash. So the city attorney dropped the case. So we're going to remind the city administrator here that the city attorney doesn't want in on this, hasn't wanted in on it for the last 13 months. Let's go see if we can find her. Here's Park and Rec off to our left. We have another issue to deal with them. But that's not going to be right now. Emily. Oh, she's on the phone. Sorry. I want to talk to Emily. Oh, that's Brittany from HR? This is Brittany from Park and Rec? Brittany's not who I talked to. I spoke with Emily, so I'm not going to ask her about it. Emily told me there was no paper applications when I came in to apply for my umpire job. Let's see what we got here. Hello. Looking for Jennifer Bergman, please.
Jennifer is out of the office.
She's out of the office.
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone else you can speak to, or can you leave that?
Well, she's the responsible authority. She's the responsible authority for these records.
Sure. Okay. Do you want me to put it in an envelope for her and have her address it when she gets back? Or would you just
when does she plan on being back? Monday, so she's got all week off, huh?
Yeah, she'll be back on Monday.
Okay, the problem is I've been dealing with this situation for 14 months and nothing ever gets done about it. Of course, she's out.
Can I give you Chris's card? And
is Chris the director of HR?
Afternoon?
Chris is the director of HR. I have to deal with her on another issue, but I'm dealing with this first. And she's the responsible authority for these records, so I don't know who else here is going to be able to help me with this.
So are you looking to give them to her or get more information from her?
Yeah, I want to explain to her what happened,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, so unfortunately, you'll have to come back when she's in the office.
Okay. Okay, and you said she'd be back Monday.
Correct.
Okay.
Anything else I can help you with?
No, I'm gonna come back and talk to her on Monday. I'm not gonna leave him. I'm gonna come back and talk to him, because if I just come back and leave him, you know, nothing will ever get done about it. So I'm gonna come back in here and run another live on Monday. All right, folks. City administrator's not in. Make a firm appointment. Good idea, Pinky. One of my viewers just suggested I make a firm appointment. That's a good idea. Can I make a firm appointment on Monday?
Let me check her count.
Okay. Thanks, Pinky. And just hold tight. We got one other place to go after this. I'll walk down there. Thanks for joining me, guys. Appreciate it.
Are you available at 11?
11 a.m. Monday?
Yeah, can I get your name?
North Central MN Press.
Okay.
I mean, that's not my real name. That's my,
Right.
you know. And so you said 11 a.m. Monday?
Correct. Let's do
11
that.
a.m. Monday. What's the date on Monday? It's going to be the 10th? 10th. All right, 7:10. 3 with Jennifer Bergman.
Okay, anything else I can help you?
No, that should do it. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You bet, you too. Confirm email, affirm appointment with the government official. Yep, you got it, anonymous. Confirm email, Pinky, they got everything. They have all the information. They got enough information to kill 3 horses on me. They're not going to be able. But hold tight here, guys. We're gonna go. We're kind of going down. We're kind of going down from the head of the snake here. But let's go take care of a couple things down here since I got you on the live. You know, I was just planning, I'm kind of hungry. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. I was just gonna take care of this at City Hall and go get some brunch, I guess it would be by now. It's dang near 11 o'clock. But since I got y'all on the live, let's go take care of a couple other things down here. Head on over to the police department, ask for the chief, see what he thinks about this. Since he was deputy chief at the time, I'll wager she won't keep that appointment. Maybe. The appointment was made live, and if I come back live again on Monday and she ain't there, well, the whole world will see hunger keeps you sharp. Yeah, it also gets you a little shaky. Blood sugar go a little low on top of a few nerves. We're gonna head on down here to the police department, try to speak with Chief John Davis regarding the crimes committed by his officer and the cover-up by, not his officer, our officer, and the cover-up committed by our internal affairs department and our records department. We don't like paying for this crap. We don't like paying for just so the officers can commit crimes against people and get away with it. I'm one calm as to I don't feel calm inside, Pinky. Thanks for saying that I look and sound calm. This'll, I can't believe it. What happened, guys, was after they dismissed my case, they sent me nothing. They sent me none of the evidence. They just sent me a notice of dismissal saying my case was dismissed. They didn't even send me that. I had to go in and get it. But the problem I'm having now, I'll get past this lawnmower. The problem I'm having now is the police report was modified 2 days after the citation was issued. Modified. They call it modified. I call it falsified. I made a FOIA request for the original before it was modified. And do you know what they sent me? They copied and pasted the modified report onto a Word document and sent that off to me. It's not even an actual report. I mean, people either think I'm dumb or weak, one of the two. But I might not get anywhere, but boy, they're gonna feel me. Because I was pissed. Every public data request I made from this department has come back either withheld or modified. I mean, I asked for the GPS navigation timeline from 20 minutes before the stop through 20 minutes after it, and they said no such record exists. You got to know that these squad cars are equipped with navigation systems, and you can get the timeline from it. That's one thing I want to talk to the city administrator about too, because ultimately the city administrator is the excuse me. Ultimately, the city administrator is the responsible authority for the public data. Chief John Davis is responsible for the data held by the police department, but ultimately for the city, it's the city administrator. So we couldn't get a hold of the city administrator, so we'll go down to the neck of the snake here instead of the head. Brainerd Police Department. My asthma's kicking up here, guys. That's all right. We'll get her done anyway. All right, here we go, guys. Right into the belly of the beast. Right into the belly of the beast. Hello. Oh, don't tell me. It is, gosh. I'm sorry, I lost it. What's your name? What is? Allison, yes. I'm sorry, Allison. Is Chief John Davis available, please? Okay, I got some stuff for him. All right, thank you. Eight people alive, that's actually pretty good. A lot of other people I see with hundreds or thousands on their live. I got 8, but I do appreciate all 8 of you. Thank you. Unless we have some public officials watching, well, I guess it's beneficial for the public officials to watch too, so that they don't get tempted into the same snare here. The head of the snake, it's not quite the head. The city administrator is the head. The city administrator is the chief's supervisor. So that's who I was really looking for. Couldn't find her, but we'll go to the chief. Okay, thank you. Aiden, where's the thumbs up, people? Thanks, Pinky. Appreciate it. You know, it was the 4th of July yesterday, and there was a lot of people celebrating their independence or their freedom, and I wasn't celebrating. I don't feel free. I don't feel free, and I'm not sure in our lifetime that we will be free to practice our religion in public, to assemble. Remember 2020 and 2021, you couldn't assemble with more than 10 people at a time? There's a deprivation of rights. And we couldn't record. I mean, you see all these people that get arrested for recording in public buildings, such as police stations and courthouses. I mean, so the press is getting attacked. You got petition. I mean, I was just retaliated against for petitioning my government for a redress of grievances. I petitioned last year and was retaliated against this year because the city didn't hire me back. That's a retaliation against petition. Cops here said it's 10 p.m. We're closing this down. Cops here said it's 10 p.m. We're closing this down. I don't get it. I don't get it, Anonymous. But anyhow, and then speech, you know, you've seen people, I mean, if you tell an officer to F off after he deprives you of individual rights, you can get arrested just for that.
Hey, Mr.
Chief Davis, how are you doing? Good, how are you?
How's your 4th of July?
You know, I was watching all these people celebrate their freedom, and I didn't feel too free.
Okay.
So, do you want to take a seat here? I got some stuff to show you.
Sure. And you want to do it here or somewhere local?
Anywhere where I can continue to record. Okay, cool. That's.
And I'll apologize. I have 11 o'clock engagement just in a few minutes.
What time is it now?
It's about 4 minutes to 11.
It's about 4 minutes to 11. I'll make it quick. Thanks for taking the time to meet with me. The first thing I want to show you is a copy of this citation. As you can see, the date of the offense is 4/23, and the location of the offense is 4th Street and North
Correct.
4th Street. Okay, now we have the incident report that goes along with the citation. It was reported on 4/23, then modified on 4/25, that something allegedly happened on 4/24. Well, how could something allegedly happen on 4/24 if the citation was issued on 4/23? Okay, and also the offense location changed from Washington Street and North 4th Street to the 900 block of Washington Street. You see that? So the date of the offense changed and the location of the offense changed.
Well, that's not the offense location. That's where the officer was initially sitting and facing when he first observed you. So those are
When he first observed me,
those
that'd be...
are identifying two different things. So-
And what he said was, as he was sitting on the 900 block, he observed the subject bearing the license plate travel westbound on Washington, and later identified as this person with this date of birth, looking down at a black object that appeared to have character as a cell phone. So he's saying he saw this on the 900 block of
Mr.
Washington.
Zinda?
Yeah.
With all due respect, if I can just have a moment, okay? Quite some time ago, you had made a formal complaint.
Yes.
An internal affairs investigation was conducted
Uh-huh.
and completed.
Uh-huh.
It was discussed with you. There's been numerous communications over the last several months.
Yep.
You have been advised per Minnesota law, your steps, if you feel the data you have received from us is either incomplete or inaccurate.
Yep.
Yep, that, so that's been explained to you.
Yep.
So to go back and start where we did months ago, I don't think would be,
This is
worth
a,
any.
this is a
I'm sorry,
new,
what?
this is a new issue.
Sure, and
This
we'll-
is a new
new
issue.
data request, and we'll get to that,
No,
yes.
okay, okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Go ahead.
But Mr. Zinna, I'm just gonna say, I know that you feel that after your traffic stop, and I'm aware of your claims and allegations to the public that we went out and recorded another traffic stop and doctored video and implanted your stop into another location stop to show that you were stopped in another location.
Yep. No, that gets confusing. I want
and-
to simplify this. I
Yeah,
want
well,
to,
let me just say, I know that's been your application that we, nefariously went out after the fact, mocked, or filmed a mock traffic stop, superimposed that imaging onto a background in a different location in Brainerd.
let's,
We have no reason to do that, we have no
Okay.
capability to do that,
Okay.
and that just simply did not take place.
oh, my viewer said cop-splaining. You're cop-splaining.
Well, I'm just telling you that, that's a
Sure.
pretty big allegation for such a minor offense.
Let's forget the video
Okay,
for a second.
So let's just move forward.
Let's forget the video for a second. Now on June 23rd, and since I noticed that the offense location and the date changed, it was modified on 4/25, on June 23rd of this year, I came in and requested the original incident report. And do you know what your records department sent me? Julie from your records department sent me? She copied and pasted this modified report onto a Word document. This is not even a report. This is not even, see, this says Brainerd Department
Sure,
Incident
sure.
Report?
Sure it
This
is.
is not even a report. It
Sure it
doesn't
is.
say Brainerd Incident Report on there.
No.
And,
Okay,
let me
I'll
finish. Let me finish. This says word for word what this says. Word for word. So if it was modified on 425, what was it modified from?
Okay. So this format is from our records management incident program.
Okay.
This is not a Word document.
Okay.
This piece of paper
Yep.
is generated directly from this incident report where this came from.
Yes, it was generated from the incident report. It says it was modified on 425. Well, here's a date of 424, and it says the exact same thing, word for word, as after it was modified on 425. What was modified?
Sure. I can't speak right now to say what, if anything. This last modified in our process, when an officer does a report, supervisors will review the report, and additional actions within that report, maybe like a supervisor reviewing, will indicate the last person or someone that was in there on the 25th. So it doesn't mean that this was, the report contents were changed.
Okay. Now, where is the report from the 23rd? Because it said that this was reported by phone on the 23rd. Where the heck is the report from the 23rd?
Well, once again, I don't have our records management system in front of us. You've made a data request.
Yep.
You've.
And I still have not gotten the original incident report.
Mr. Zinda,
Yes.
with all due respect, okay? With all due respect.
Yeah.
Every data request you've made,
Yep.
we have fulfilled that data request, okay?
Uh-huh.
And we have looked at this matter, we have explained to this matter. It all comes down to Brainerd Police Department did not go intentionally or unintentionally film a mock traffic stop, find the advanced technology to superimpose a traffic stop
Okay.
into another location of Brainerd
Okay.
for
So,
a traffic citation.
Okay. Let's say I believe you.
My understanding is that's where the hangup is, and I'm simply telling you that did not happen.
one of my
Okay?
viewers said that,
And
sir, is
that's
a lie.
fine. So, Mr.
And-
Zinda, with all due respect,
Yep, yep.
we've fulfilled all the data.
Okay.
We have explained to you, per state statute, if you do not feel the data is complete or
Okay.
accurate, your process. So
Yep.
I'm not going to go and rehash something that we've explained.
See,
months
I am
ago.
going through the process because Julie from your records department is the one that sent me this when I asked for the original. When I asked for the original, she's the one that sent me the non-original on dated 424. The original should be dated 423. Where is the original?
Mr. Zinda,
Yeah.
if you have an additional data request, they will take that request up there.
It's the same data
And
request.
all of this has been explained to you, along with so many other details that I've explained to you. Mr. Zinda,
Yep.
with all due respect,
Yep.
the allegations you're making are so extremely improbable,
Mm-hmm.
so extremely improbable, okay? We are not filming mock traffic stops
Okay.
and superimposing them to show you in a different location when the location would not matter.
I didn't bring up a mock traffic stop today.
Well,
You brought it up.
yes, exactly, because I'm real aware of kind of what your allegations.
Kind of
have
what
been
my
through the course
allegations
of
are.
this, yes.
My
So,
allegations are I have
so-
not received the original incident report. That's my
yes,
allegations.
this is the original incident report.
That's modified on 425.
Yeah, that does not mean it's not the original incident report. So once again, if you have an additional data request, feel free, drop it off. All of this has been, information's been given to you, explained to you. We've been around and around about this. Nothing has changed. There is nothing new, okay? So with that, my
I know you-
engagement that I'm already 3 minutes.
I know you're 3 minutes late, but I
Okay.
just want to show you that,
Yes.
that a city attorney does not drop a case when there's evidence for it. They're not nice people.
I can't speak for the city of prosecutor.
He dropped it.
Yeah,
He dropped it.
I understand that.
So if you're a city prosecutor and you have evidence of a crime, you don't just drop it and leave the officer holding the bag.
Well, actually, charges being dismissed is a very common thing within the judicial system all over the country.
So
for various reasons.
So your officers often issue citations that are later dropped by the city attorney.
Sure, that's a common
They-
occurrence. Absolutely. And I can't speak to the frequency, but that is part of
I
the
need to
judicial
change log
system.
control data for the report.
Okay.
Change
So
log
with that,
control data.
once again, I am now late.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. All right. Well, and the only reason I'm over here talking to you is because the city administrator's not in today. I realize you're not the ultimate responsibility
You're
of.
correct, yes.
And so I have an appointment with her next Monday, so you might want to get your story straight with her before I go in and talk to her next Monday. All right, thank you. Holy crap, huh? Holy bejeeps. That guy is so full of shit, it's coming out of his ears. Wow. Wowza. Whew. Man, that guy fires me up. Holy cow. Pinky, do I sound calm now? Pinky? Calm? No? What a joke is right. What a joke is right. And since we're down here, and we're a little bit fired up, and we got a little bit of, since we're down here, giving too much. I know I'm giving too much. I just want them to know. I just want them to not be able to come back later and say they didn't know. That's what I don't want them to do. They're sitting there in the defendant's chair. They're sitting there at their deposition. I don't want them to come back and say they didn't know. That's why I give them all that. Because otherwise they can just say they didn't know. Didn't know Julie in the records department sent you, copied and pasted the modified report onto a Word document and sent it back to you as the original. Didn't know. Cover up. You're telling me, Tom. You're telling me. And so it's just a matter of when I come and talk to the city administrator on Monday, if she wants in on the 18 USC 241 or not. That's the question I'm having. Do I add her to it or not? About meeting. What are you talking about, Pinky? Hold on, let me cross the street here. Let me cross the street. About meeting. It's not that hard to alter video. I know it's not. And they have master editors. They have Kim Marquardt from, Marquardt, that last name. They're a production company. That's what they do, is produce videos. Of course they're good at editing videos. I don't know how to edit, so I go live. No editing required. They're not going to accuse me of editing anything. It's preposterous. That's what he said. Doesn't make any sense. Why would they go to such lengths to cover up a citation issued in lieu of arrest without a warrant or probable cause? I wonder why they'd go to such lengths to do that. Where the heck am I going? Why did I cross the street? I'm going over here to the Judicial Center because I've been talking to the sheriff about this no filming in the courtroom stuff. And I want to see what he's done about it. Boy, that chief wasn't happy, was he? He got heavy-handed towards the end there, didn't he? I'll go right over his head to the city administrator. He's not the responsible authority for these records. He's just responsible for the records from police. Giving them a chance to collaborate. I don't care. Go ahead. Collaborate away. What am I going to do about it? City administrator ain't in. Electronics still prohibited, even after I talked to Chief Klang. Oh boy. Well, last time Chad Paulson told me that the building starts at that door. So I'm going to take his word for it and maybe go in this lobby. I want to see a copy of that policy. Here, let's look in the windows. I just waved to them. Let's see if they come out. Driving but listening, that's cool. Hello.
Hi.
Did we get the cell phone in the building thing squared away yet?
Not yet.
We haven't. Okay, so am I breaking the law by coming in here?
You can come in here and talk to me.
Okay.
Just can't go past me. How's that sound?
Okay, that's fine. And here, I'll get out of the way for anybody else that wants to come through. So I've been speaking with Sheriff Klang
Yes.
a few times on this, as a matter of fact. And is Sheriff Klang around?
If he is, he would be across the street.
He'd be across the street, but I'm challenging the policy here. You know what I mean? So I don't know if maybe he wants to swing over or what, but
Do you want me to see if we can get a hold of him? Get him over here, or
well,
if we
sure,
can across the
because
street?
what I plan on doing here is walking through here, and I'll let you check me. I'll make sure I'm not dangerous. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, right now the cell phone can't come past us.
The
That's
cell
where
phone.
we're at.
The
Yep.
cell phone, is that and then, so that's what I'm wondering, what law allows you to do that?
Okay, so right now I know that you've been speaking with Sheriff Klang about that. I know that you spoke with my sergeant about that.
Uh-huh.
That's just where we sit. We're following our orders.
Okay,
So if you have issues
Sure.
with that, you can.
and I'm not gonna go running through there and have you guys tackle me and tase me, and so I'm doing the crappie flop on the ground. What was your name and badge number?
I'm Deputy Rakia Lugers, 191.
Okay, and yours, sir?
I have a recreation assistant badge 1500.
Okay, and Anatole 191. Thank you, folks. The problem I'm having is there's no law backing up. I mean, because you guys have a camera right over there. That's past security. See that camera right over there?
I got
That's.
someone coming in right
Oh yeah, here. I'm not even gonna record them. I don't want anything to do with their. I don't want anything to do with their private stuff. I'll just narrow it to my office. See, if it were illegal to record in here, Deputy Lubers, if it were illegal to record in here, that camera right up there, that would be illegal.
Okay, so I know we've spoken in the past.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I know that that what your point of view on it is,
Mhm.
but right now there's nothing that I can do about it.
Sure.
Okay, so
If-
if you have an issue, I can get a sergeant over here.
Sure.
And,
Sure, that'd be great. Mike, while you're working on getting actually, I kind of want to talk to the sheriff himself. Because I've talked to the sergeant and it didn't get resolved. I've actually talked to the sheriff and it hasn't gotten resolved. So what I want to know from you, Deputy Lubers, and I'm sorry, Deputy,
It's last name is Elasky. I'm not a deputy.
oh,
A recreation assistant.
recreation assistant, okay. So you're the highest ranking officer here right now?
between Hannah and myself.
Okay, and so what I want to know, Deputy Lubers, is if I walk through here with my cell phone, will I be arrested?
So why are we doing this? Why? I
Uh,
mean, like I like I said, I'm getting a road sergeant over here.
uh-huh. Because do you want to know why? I'll tell you exactly why. Why I'm doing that is because there's public data in this building that the public has the right to access.
Right.
And I am not able to disseminate that information to the public because I am not allowed to gather that public data to disseminate it. That's why I'm doing this. That's a deprivation of First Amendment right to free press.
Okay. So you know what our policy is.
Yes.
You know why we're told that we're enforcing this right now.
Right, but you can't arrest somebody based on a policy. You have to arrest somebody based on a law.
Right, and I get that, and I know that when we had that very lengthy conversation with Sergeant Paulson,
Uh-huh.
I was working that day, we had talked about it. There's certain steps that we have to take, and we also have to, there's stuff that we have to do to get this resolved or potentially changed, or to get more enforcement.
What if there was a policy saying no black people in the building? Would you enforce that?
Why would we have a policy like that? That's
Well,
kind of
well,
ridiculous.
why would you have a policy like that? They always used to have policies like that.
Well, I
would-
mean, that's very outdated.
Yeah, and no cell phones allowed in a public place. That's outdated too. That's a First Amendment rights violation.
Okay, so if you want to sit here and wait for a sergeant to get here, that's fine.
I actually want to go in there with this cell phone, and you can check me and make sure that I'm not dangerous. As a matter of fact, if you arrested me, I would not resist. So there's no sense in yelling. There's no sense in yelling, "Stop resisting," because I know that's what you guys are trained to do. There's
Well, only in the event that you are resisting.
right, and of course I wouldn't. I'm just telling you up front that I would not resist arrest.
Let's not, your name's Matt.
You can just call me sir or,
That works too.
yeah.
So, let's not go this route.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but one of my viewers says get a public records request, and that's what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is document myself walking up to the court administrator to request a copy of my notice of dismissal. I would like to view that document. That's public data. As long as you leave the cell phone, as long as you leave the cell phone. Okay, so I'm going in for public data into a publicly accessible area. There's no law against that. There might be a policy against it, but there's no law. So how would you arrest me if there's no law against it?
I didn't say I would arrest you, did you?
No, you didn't. So I can. So we can.
You will detain you. is what we-
You'll detain me for. You'll detain me. You'll detain me under reasonable or with reasonable articulable suspicion of what crime would you detain me? Because that's what you need to detain an individual is reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime.
Okay, I got two individuals that are coming in.
Okay, I'm not gonna film them.
I know you're not, I know I'm not.
Yep.
You're great about that.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
And because I'm not here for them, I don't care. That's not what I'm here for. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Here, I'm just gonna turn the camera away, guys, and narrate to my audience here. We got a couple individuals coming in, and I just don't want to get what they got going on. I really don't. I'm not interested in what.
So once you get there, you can drive yourself, take a right down the hallway, she'll walk you down. And then, yep.
We just got to see what kind of sergeants or sheriffs we got sneaking up behind us here. I don't want them to slap the cuffs on me. We'll wait until these guys clear. Didn't. They got enough to worry about right now. They don't need to worry about this. Just so this officer, he's not an officer, he said.
He's a rec assistant, so.
Okay.
Wrote this on there because we're super busy.
Sure, the rec assistant just said that I would be detained if
Yes, you would be detained by Hannah.
by you or Hannah. So you would detain me with reasonable articulable suspicion of what crime?
So if by captain is here,
Captain
Cronstead.
Cronstead. Okay. So you're done talking? You're not sure what to do here?
It's not necessarily that, I'm just doing as I'm told.
That's what the Nuremberg officer said. You know?
Hey, are you Matt?
I am, you can call me sir.
Sir.
Yes. And you
Matt
are?
Cronstead,
Adam Cronstead, in your position here?
Captain at the Sheriff's Office.
Captain of the Sheriff's Office. As I was just speaking with Deputy Lubers, I'm sorry, I like to get the name right. I plan on recording myself walking into here to make a public data request from a publicly accessible area.
Sure.
And the rec officer over here, what's his name?
First name is Jeff.
The rec officer, Jeff, over here said that I would be detained. And I asked him, detained under reasonable articulable suspicion of what crime? Because I understand you have a policy that says I can't record in there, but there's no law saying that.
No, but the Sheriff's Office has been entrusted enforcing the safety and regulations of the court administration building.
Mm-hmm.
And as part of that, I don't know how long it goes back, but that's just one of the policies we've adopted in keeping the courtroom safe.
Okay.
The
Well,
judges have approved on that, the county attorney's office.
no, the
said-
judges approved no recording devices in the courtroom.
Right,
Because if it was illegal to record in this building, you guys would be committing a crime
Sir,
because there's a
we're not-
camera right there.
It doesn't say that it's illegal, it's
Yeah.
just part of the policy that we've adopted.
So what would you arrest me for if it's not illegal?
If you didn't abide by a lawful order, be it obstructing legal process.
Obstructing is like a physical act, so I would have to,
No, it doesn't have to be.
it doesn't.
Yep.
Okay, so, but I'm not going to like shove this cell phone in
I
between
understand,
somebody
but-
and doing their business.
we just stop you from doing it if you disobey a lawful order.
But it wouldn't be a lawful order.
We're entrusted with enforcing the safety and policies in this building.
Right.
That's part of what
Against
we've done.
criminal activity, right?
Correct.
Right. And so there would be no crime. There would be no one in danger. There would be
Sir,
no.
I'm not going to debate this with you. I already explained why it's in place. I will
Okay.
tell you, though, that we're evaluating that policy and
Uh-huh.
actually looking to change it.
Okay.
With the judge's support.
And I'm just gonna tilt the camera up so these folks can get
Sure.
through without getting recorded.
They
Yeah,
appreciate that.
you betcha.
So I will tell you that we're actively looking at it right now to
Okay.
try to amend that.
Sure.
In order to do that, to allow it, because there's certain things in this building
Uh-huh.
that folks require the use of their phone to access documents and such.
Okay.
And because it's been a while since we've,
So the rec officer over here said that I would be detained, and then a deputy.
yeah, and
leverage-
we're not gonna debate what will or won't happen. I'm just telling you that we're not gonna allow you to have it in here today.
Okay.
We are looking at amending that to see.
But
what we
how
can
would
do.
you not allow me? Would you arrest me? Would you detain me? How would that happen? How?
Well, at this point, I'm not gonna get into playing the what-if game because
Well, I
don't know
mean,
how it's going to play out.
you don't know.
No,
So you don't
I
know.
And we don't want to.
So if I walk through here and empty my pockets and take my belt off and give
We'll
you,
just stop you and ask you again, bring your phone back out.
and if I say no,
Then we'll arrest you for obstructing legal process.
then you'll arrest me for obstruction of legal practice.
Yes.
That is all I needed to hear, sir. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay.
There it is, folks. Got it. Standing in court. Standing in court. Got it. Bingo. Bingo, bango, bongo. That is all I needed to hear. You will arrest me for obstructing the legal process if I walk in there to record myself. Making a FOIA request for my notice of dismissal. Game, set, match. Boy, we're getting stuff done here. Too bad the city administrator wasn't in. And the chief blew me off like yesterday's, you know what. So what do you guys think? Thanks for sticking with me, guys. I know this is getting long. And boy, holy cow, I was getting scared. They would have arrested me. They would have. I felt it. You can feel it. You can feel it when they, dude, you can feel it. I'm not kidding you. They would have arrested me. Had to stop. Well done. Thanks, Pinky. They would have. And I got to work today. I can't be sitting in jail. But I have standing in court now. That's a good thing. Thanks, Tom. He said he'd arrest me if I walked in there with my phone, even though I went through security. Showed him that I was going to security. Oh boy. All right. Now I can go get something to eat. Now I can go get something to eat. I'm gonna leave this live running. I gotta get out of here safely. At least if they were itching, boy, were they ever. I do not doubt for 1 second they would have to. I felt it. I know people say they can feel it coming. You see them all the time on the internet. I think I'm getting arrested right now, guys. And then bam, cuffs get slapped on. That's what it felt like. You can just feel it coming. You know it. That's all I wanted them. That's really all I wanted them to say was that they would arrest me if I walked in there to make a public data request. So my job in town is done. I'm going back out to the sticks. This city sucks. I'm keeping this live going. You're gonna get a bunch of dead air on this live, but I'm gonna keep this thing running until I get out of the city. I'm gonna keep it running. I'm gonna try to prop it up on my dash. And I seen last time I did that, you guys didn't get a very good view, just the sky. So I'll try to get it propped up there a little better this time so you can get a little tour of the area while we head out of here. Lock the stinking doors before they sneak up behind me. Man, these guys are criminal. These guys are criminal. I mean, just to show you what I'm talking about. Incident report. Reported 423, modified 425. Dude was on 900 block. Saw the phone in my hand. There's the citation. 423, offense location, Washington Street and North 4th. That doesn't match that. It says 424, offense location 900 block. The citation does not match the police report. And the dash and body cams match the police report, and I can't get a copy of the original police report. That's what's going on here. They say I asked for a copy of the original police report, and they sent me this, word for word, the exact same thing with the date changed on it. That's not the original. That's a copy of the modified or falsified police report. Oh, there's the notice of dismissal. Good night, nurse. Prosecutors do not dismiss cases when they have evidence to prosecute them. They're not nice people. That's not what they're about. Good night. Now let's prop this sucker up here. See if we can find something to prop it up on my dash, and we'll give you a little tour of the area here. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll give you a little tour of the area. Let's see if we can get this propped up. I don't have a dash cam. As a matter of fact, I really suck at technology. I really suck. How the heck can I prop this up here? I'm gonna find a way though before we get out of here, because I just don't feel safe getting out of here and not on live. This is a real safety concern, and it's my policy to keep myself safe. That's my policy. Those deputies and that police chief were violating my policy. They're making me feel unsafe. Come on, come on. I have been to Brainerd. Watch your back. Yeah, it's crooked around here, Tom. It's crooked. All right, I'm watching for you guys. I cannot touch that. I cannot touch that phone. I'm propping that thing up as good as I can. I plain old cannot touch that phone while I'm driving. I just cannot touch it. I'm propping this sucker up as good as I can here. And I'm kind of making it so I can still read the comments. If that falls, I'm sorry guys. But I'm gonna give you a little tour of this town after I light a cigarette here. Holy cow. I was shaking a little bit from low blood sugar, a little hungry earlier. Now I'm really shaking and sweating here. Holy cow, these guys scare the hell out of me. They're criminal. They're straight up criminal. Guy just threatened to arrest me for obstruction of justice for walking into a public building with a phone, with a cell phone. Would you believe that? All right, let's get out of here. Make sure we obey all traffic laws, even though we're not trafficking anything. That's another thing. They police the heck out of people for profit, and they deprive individuals of 4A rights to be secure in our persons, houses, papers, and effects, and violate our right to due process. What a citation is, guys, is a citation is issued in lieu of arrest. That's what a citation is. It's issued in lieu of arrest. So you need probable cause or evidence. You need evidence of a. Oh, that phone fell. I can't touch it, guys. Sorry. I'll just talk to you while we're driving here. You need evidence in order to issue a citation in lieu of arrest. You need evidence to arrest somebody for obstruction of justice. How is it obstruction of justice for recording in a public building? They cited the judge's order, but the judge's order says courtrooms. That entire building is nowhere near it. The courtroom doesn't consume the entire building. But he messed up. He threatened to arrest me if I walk in there to record. He literally, you guys just watched him deprive me of my 1A right to free press. You just watched him do it. I see I got a viewer or two dropping off. That's all right. I knew it would happen because there's not much. I'm just keeping this live going so I can get out of here safely. Go get something to eat because I'm hungry. I gotta work. I gotta work this evening. I should have made a request for some application and hiring information, some more application and hiring information from the city, because they retaliated against me for filing an officer complaint or petitioning my government for redress of grievances by not hiring me back as a umpire. I haven't made that data request yet, but this other issue is way older. Issuing a citation without probable cause, it's a way older issue. It happened 14 months ago, and I've been dinking with it ever since, in between the two other jobs I have. Every time I make a data request, they come back, they either withhold it or manipulate it. So now I'm going after the responsible authority of that data, who is the city administrator, Jennifer Bergman. And there will be no more internal complaints, just so you know, guys. There's going to be no more internal complaints. This is going external now. I mean, clearly, the Internal Affairs Department with the Brainerd Police Department is either highly incompetent or they're in on the 18 USC 241 as well. And the chief said it was highly unlikely that they're in on the 18 USC 241. Highly unlikely that that happened. Way more likely that I'm mistaken. Sorry guys, I'm just getting up here out of town. I can no longer see the comments because the towel has got them covered up, and I cannot touch that phone until I pull over up here. Touch that phone until I pull over up here. Let's get out of, oh, this cop here, he sits right on Riverside and Beaver Dam. Nails people coming from up there over the hill. It's a 35-mile-an-hour speed zone. He'll hit them up for 45 and above. Oh, one other thing, guys, I forgot to mention, and I forgot to tell this to the chief. Dang it, I wish I would have remembered to tell him this. But the reason I'm doing this is because one of my businesses is as a driver, okay? And if you get a cell phone ticket in Minnesota, that's like 6 points on your driving record. Pulling up onto this private property here, okay? And if you get a cell phone ticket, that's like 6 points on your driving record, and no one will contract with you as a driver. My career as a driver would be over with a cell phone ticket on my record. If I had been convicted of that, my livelihood is now gone. Not to mention my insurance premiums would triple right about the time I lost my job. So they police people for profit right out of a livelihood here. And I'm sure they do it everywhere across the country. It's just I wish more people would combat this. I wish more people would fight against it. Boy, I'd subscribe. I'd hit the like button. I'd make a comment. If you know, especially locally here in Minnesota. If you're local, I seen Minnesota News Now on the live. Thanks for joining us. I don't know if you're still there, Minnesota News Now, but if you are, thanks, man. Boy, we get support from Minnesota News Now. If you, he's a good news station. I mean, he does things a little differently than I do. I focus in on the criminal activity committed by public officials. He just, whatever the news is, if it's an individual or if it's a public official, he just points his camera and records that and sends that out. He's awesome news station. He helped us out. He's tried to help clean up some of this stuff around Brainerd. Help us with that. He got about as far as I did, I'm thinking, but I do appreciate him at least coming up and trying to help us out with this. So if you have not subscribed already, subscribe to @Minnesota News Now. Awesome channel. Do a great job over there. Anyhow, I am now parked at a private establishment, some kind of townhome here. And so I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm out of the city limits. Boy, I'm not sure where the city limit starts or ends. I think I'm out of the city limits now and back into the county. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. Make sure I get out of there safely. And I almost forgot. Well, I'll add it in the description. If you want to redress your grievance, with the Brainerd City or Crow Wing County government here, I'm going to leave some numbers in the description after this video uploads, after the HD copy uploads. I'm going to add some numbers, such as the city administrator's number, the chief of police's number, a way to get a hold of the county sheriff, because you saw what the chief deputy just did to me at Adam Cronstead. He just deprived me of my 1A rights in that courthouse. So if you want to let the sheriff know that we, the people, don't much appreciate that, it'd be appreciated. Now, be respectful. Don't, I try to keep my cool. I try to treat everybody with respect, even though they're just stomping all over my rights here. I still try to not yell at anyone, but I know it gets frustrating when you saw the chief cut me off several times and change the subject on me. So that's what they'd like to do. Next time, PAA from Arizona. All right, Tom, thanks for joining. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live here and go get something to eat. Thanks for joining me, guys. North Central MN Press out.